You know that pit in your stomach every time that you look at your Stripe dashboard. That moment you realize that another day has passed and your product still isn't live. Open up your bank account. You're probably afraid to check. Every day that you wait to launch is burning cash that you're never going to get back. And while you're burning cash to keep this dream alive, your user count doesn't even move. It might be because you're making these 5 costly mistakes. Most founders never spot them until it's too late. These mistakes may seem innocent at first, but they are silently draining away your runway. The first mistake, you're making it right now. The second one is burning through your cash as you watch this. And the other 3, they're the reason that your competition is closing deals while you're still coding. You won't find these in any startup playbook. They're not about your tech stack or your feature set or your marketing plan. These 5 mistakes have already killed thousands of promising startups, and your company could be next. So let's dive into the 5 startup killers that I see every single day. The first mistake that I see many would-be founders make is ignoring video altogether. But it's not their fault. Asking a founder who has spent their whole life learning new coding languages to drop all that and to start learning how to pick up a camera doesn't seem fair. You got into this game because of your coding skills, and now as the founder of the company, the world is asking you to grab a mic, flip the camera on, and start performing. But remember, this company isn't about you. It's about your customers. And as a customer, think about yourself even, we all want to watch videos rather than reading about your latest features. Sending all your hard-earned web traffic to your homepage to hit them with just a wall of text is one of the biggest mistakes I see in today's market. Your beautifully designed landing page will never get you as many customers as you'd like compared to your site having a video front and center showing off your startup solution. The second mistake that founders run into is one of those sad but true moments. They don't know what they're selling. Yes, they know that they're selling some kind of AI app that does XYZ, but when you really ask them at the core of the product, what problem does this solve? Founders crumble under the pressure of this simple question. Many founders run like the wind. They follow their passion. They use AI to whip up some decent looking code and hit product hunt as fast as possible. But then weeks and months later, and no one seems to be signing up, despite them getting hundreds of visitors to their site every single day, busting their asses on Twitter, sharing updates, sharing screenshots. When you're unclear about the problem you're solving, your messaging falls flat. Users can't connect to your product because they don't understand how this relates to their own needs. Mistake number 3, feature overload. We all want a great deal. We all want a jam-packed, feature-rich app that does it all and blows us away. To a point. What I see every day with founders when it comes to building features is that building too many, you risk overwhelming your audience and diluting your product's core value prop. Every feature that you list off is another chance for your customer to go, do I actually need that? Will I actually use that feature? And the more features that you start to list off and that start to fall into that I won't use category, your customers start to have doubts that creep in. If you confuse, you lose. And by lose, I again mean your customer's credit card goes back into their pocket and they start looking for the door. Mistake number 4 is what I call the Super Bowl commercial trap. Look up Super Bowl commercial reels on YouTube. Huge mega corporations creating Hollywood level movies, insane VFX, but all that production quality aside, watch the last 3 seconds of those commercials and you'll start to notice a pattern. They end with their logo huge smack dab in the middle of the screen. Apple, Honda, Pepsi, did I mention Apple? Apple, and startups look at these commercials and go, yep, we need our product video just like that. They hire an expensive production company like ours. They spend tens of thousands of dollars on production and then, of course, running the ads themselves. The commercial ends up having crazy production quality and they end the commercial with their logo, Googly.ai. Who the is that? What these founders fall into is the Super Bowl commercial trap. They think that they have the level of recognition of Apple or McDonald's. These corporations have spent billions of dollars in branding. No one questions how to get a Big Mac. No one questions how to get the latest iPhone. But when it comes to your app, your product, it's much different. You have to hold your customer's hand all the way to checkout and then some. Again, if you confuse, you lose. And finally, the last mistake, which is one of the biggest ones and probably the hardest one to take down, is this. It's the founder or founders themselves. What do I mean? Well, take the 4 mistakes that we just talked about. Feature overload, unclear problem, too flashy of videos, ignoring video altogether. These can all probably be traced back to the founder putting their foot down or letting their ego create some sort of blind spot in their thinking. This could take the form of, I know what's best for the customer kind of attitude. This could be perfectionism around your features, holding your team back from shipping what everyone else knows is actually great work. And for this fifth mistake, I wish I had a clear steps 1, 2, and 3 to fix it. But that's where we got to do a little soul searching. And if you're one of those founders that's obsessed with build in public, you might want to check out this video right here. I'm not saying you're wrong, but there's some things that you do need to keep in mind. I'll see you over there.